is up, and welcome back to another episode of the Fandom League Singles Tournament here on Multiplex Entertainment. As always, I'm your host, the King, Kaleb Koho, but there is no Kane today. I am joined instead by the lovely Harley Boric. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. Still, you can give me any nickname, Master of Porgs. I don't care what MF says. I've got more porgs than she does. And the Canadian Nightmare. But let's do this. This is an exciting match that I actually can't wait to see the result of.
Yeah, it's going to be really, really exciting. All right. So I guess we'll get into our pre-match interviews. I'll start with the higher seed, Robert Parker. How excited are you today to be in this tournament now?
Oh, I'm so excited to get in here. I've been studying up on some of the newer categories, so I won't be that under practiced in them. But I'm really looking forward to my opponent today. Malcom is a person in the community I respect a lot. He's a great friend, is a nice guy. Him and I have been wanting to play each other one-on-one for the best part of a year, and it's never happened yet. So I'm really excited to jump into this. Him and I have a lot of the same strengths, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one falls out.
Yeah, absolutely. Your opponent has already been sort of revealed, but we'll keep the suspense building for you. Who would you rather face? If you were to win today, who would you rather face, Jake or RJ?
I think the answer is Jake. He is a great friend of mine also in the Alpha Alliance, so I think him and I, Alpha Alliance Civil War, that'd be a fun thing to do. Plus, I respect Jake a lot. I respect RJ a lot, too. They're both great players, so I'd be happy facing either of them, but Jake is one I've been wanting to 1v1 for a while.
Yeah, that's exciting. Let's get it over to Malcolm. Let's see how you're feeling today, Malcolm. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, like Rob pretty much said it, like this is a match that's we've wanted for ages. It just hasn't happened until now, so I can't wait to see how it goes. Like Southern Eurocodes might trip me up, but see what happens.
I'm also going to ask you the same question. So would you rather face Jake or RJ if you advance to the next round?
Well, I mean, I'm facing Jake in the movie division in the tournament. So, I mean, Jake could be an interesting one, but both. I mean, I'll probably have to say RJ because I've never faced him before. He's been someone I've always wanted to face as well. So,
all right. So we got two very strong competitors, both very excited to finally play each other. So let's do this. We'll get into our proper introductions. Introducing first, representing Atomic Nation. He is the Crusher, Malcom Lay. And his opponent, representing Alpha Alliance. He is the number 2 seeded competitor, Robert the Hobbit Parker. All right, gentlemen, this match is going to go like this. Round 1, you're going to get 10 predetermined questions from 10 different categories. Each question is worth 1 point. You have 3 repeats, and there's no stealing in this round. You also have 1 challenge should you need it. If you get the challenge, you get to keep it. Basically, Schmodown first round rules, just 2 extra questions. Any questions, gentlemen?
Nope.
All right, then let's do this. Answering your first question in round 1 from the category of the MCU. Who plays Korath in Guardians of the Galaxy? Guardians of the Galaxy is it's a pretty small film, pretty little. Not sure a lot of people have heard of it.
Who?
All right, let's give him the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Robert.
You're gonna have to forgive pronunciation. Jimon Honsu.
That is correct for 1 point. And Malcolm.
Jimon Honshu.
That is correct as well. All right, Harley, you want to give him the next question?
Yes, I do. In the category of Middle Earth. It's not North, it's not South, it's Middle. What late night host cameoed in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug?
I didn't care too much for this one. I actually fell asleep in the third act.
That's the best part.
This is the best of the Hobbit movies.
I like the first one more. We'll go
Too much
5,
Too much walking for my life.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go over to Malcolm.
Stephen Colbert.
That is correct. And Robert.
Stephen Colbert.
That is correct. We got a perfect game so far. All right, your third question, gentlemen, comes from the realm of Indiana Jones. What artifact does Indy recover at the start of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? This flip-flops with Raiders of the Lost Ark as being my favorite Indiana Jones film.
As long as, unfortunately, Temple of Doom, just because of how terrible Crystal Skull is, Temple of Doom defaults number 3 and no longer the worst.
I think I like Crystal Skull more than Temple of Doom. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go over to Robert.
I don't remember the official name, but it's this fancy, shiny golden cross thing.
We can't accept that there is an official name.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Malcolm.
Yeah, I completely hit the wrong movie. I put Monkey Sculpture.
Oh, we were looking for the Cross of Coronado.
That's it. Yeah, I knew that.
But you were on the right track.
And now we go to one of my favorite categories. That is definitely a geek category. I don't care what anyone says. James Bond. In the category of James Bond, what year saw the release of Diamonds Are Forever? And I've also heard Diamonds Are also a girl's best friend. So
I think I've heard that once or twice. I don't hear much about this movie though. It must mean it sucks. 5,
it's okay. It's not the best.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go back over to Malcolm.
I think it's 50 years old today, so I put 1968.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Robert.
1971.
That is correct for 1 point. We have a lead. All right, gentlemen, your fourth question. Fifth. I already lost count. Fifth question. Your fifth question comes from the realm of Pixar. What is Syndrome's sidekick's name?
Sidekick, secretary.
Wait.
Sidekick,
So his
secretary.
sidekick name. Oh, his
Sidekick,
secretary. Okay.
The secretary, the sidekick. There's.
I see.
I necessarily wouldn't say sidekick.
I know. I was trying to find a better name or a better word for that, but
Sure.
I guess secretary is what works best.
Yeah.
We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Robert.
Mirage.
That is correct for 1 point. And Malcolm.
I completely blanked on the name. I just put the hot lady.
Incorrect. So after 5, Robert is up 4, and Malcolm right behind him with 2.
Okay, your sixth question in the category of DC, Detective Comics. Who plays John Rooney in Road to Perdition?
A lot of people forget Road to Perdition is a DC Comics movie.
Yeah.
It's part of that Vertigo line, I think.
Repeat the question.
Oh,
Okay.
Robert using his first repeat.
How many repeats do each competitors get as well?
3 for the entire match.
Okay.
I remember it now. I'm an idiot.
Your question number 6 in the category of DC. Who plays John Rooney in Road to Perdition?
All right, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go over to Malcolm.
Daniel Craig.
As incorrect, the Ron Rooney, unfortunately, and Robert.
Paul Newman.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your seventh question comes from the world of Disney. What Disney animated film focuses on a family of cats attempting to make their way back home to their owner?
Actually, I'm not going to say anything because that could be considered a spoiler. I'll say it after the question's done.
I quite enjoy this film. Very, very underrated Disney movie. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go over to Robert.
Aristocats?
That is correct for 1 point. And Malcolm.
It's the Aristocats.
That is correct for 1 point as well.
And what I was going to say is, RJ, this is one of RJ's favorite films.
It's a good movie.
Oh, yeah. Now, RJ talks about this a lot, so. Okay, question number 7. In the category of the Wizarding World, I think this involves wizards.
This should be number 8, right?
Yes.
This is the 8th question.
Okay.
Who wrote the screenplay for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
This is my favorite Harry Potter movie, I guess.
What?
Haven't seen the others.
Really?
5,
Oh, you're
4,
insane.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to the Harry Potter master, Malcolm.
It's J.K. Rowling.
That is correct for 1 point. And Robert.
I concur. It's J.K. Rowling.
Oh
That is
my
also correct for 1 point.
God, you helped run the division. I'm sorry, Kaleb, you helped run the division.
That's very true. And I often use Google and IMDb. All right. So your penultimate question here comes from the world of the Fast and the Furious.
Boo.
What country does Hobbs get locked up in The Fate of the Furious? I didn't hate this movie as much as other people. In fact, I think it's one of the top 5 Fast films. All right, let's give it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Robert.
Pretty sure I got it wrong, but I said Germany.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Malcolm.
I've definitely got it wrong. I put Mexico.
Ooh.
I almost put New
incorrect.
Zealand just for Malcolm.
In your final 10th and final question, what is Brie Larson's profession in Kong Skull Island? And I forgot to mention that this is in the category of kaiju. As I like to say, Kaiju Big Battle, a great wrestling promotion. Check it out. I highly recommend checking out Kaiju Big Battle.
Yeah.
It'll be entertaining.
You have to do that after this match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Robert.
I think she was a photographer.
That is correct for 1 point. And Malcolm.
I thought she was a scientist.
Incorrect, unfortunately. All right, so coming out of round 1, Robert is in the lead with 9. Malcolm trailing behind him with 4. But don't worry, all is not lost as we get here into round number 2. Now, round number 2 works like this. As we bring up this wonderful, wonderful wheel. Round number 2 works like this. It is our wheel round. Each competitor will get a chance to spin the lovely wheel that we have here for a chance to answer 5 questions from any of the categories on the wheel. This wheel has the categories of Star Wars, Disney, Indiana Jones, Pixar, MCU, Middle-earth, scores and soundtracks, and the Wizarding World. Competitors will have a chance to steal, so be on guard. You can also go down to multiple choice, but it cuts the point value from 2 points to 1 point. You also have your repeats and challenges. Any questions?
Nope.
All right. Robert, since you were in the lead, you get to choice to either go first or defer to Malcolm.
First.
All right. And Robert's wheel is spinning, and it looks like it gets on Disney movies.
Take it. Come on, you know you
There's
want.
only one on there I don't want. Screw it, let's stay with it.
All right. Harley, you want to give him the questions?
Yes, I do. Okay. Robert, your first question in the category of Disney. Who plays the villainous Chew in Tron Legacy? Chow? Chi?
Cool. You're looking for Clue.
Okay.
Yeah. Villain and I'm gonna take that to multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice. A. Bruce Box Leckier. Damn French name. Kane, do you know how to pronounce that first name or the last name? Okay. A. Box Leckier.
Bruce Boxleitner. Sorry.
Sorry. B. Jeff Bridges. C. James Fran. D. Michael Scene.
Repeat the options for me.
A. Bruce Bottler. B. Jeff Bridges. C. James Fran. D. Michael Sheen.
I'm gonna go with Jeff Bridges.
That's correct for 1 point.
Okay, question 2. What song from Moana was nominated for Best Original Song at the 2017 Oscars? Come on, this is simple.
That would be How Far I'll Go.
2 points.
Number 3. Which Disney animated film follows 3 cows trying to save their ranch from being auctioned off?
Home on the Range.
Yep.
Another 2 points.
Okay, question 4. Which Disney classic features the voice talents of Matthew Broderick, James Earl Jones, and Jeremy Irons?
Matthew. Oh, The Lion King.
Yeah.
That took me. I only heard the James. Okay. That took me way too
Malcolm's
long.
chuckling over there.
That took me way too long. I totally forgot that Matthew Broderick was Simba in that movie.
Okay. Here's the best question on here. Your last question. What is the name of Winnie the Pooh and Company's home?
The 100 Acre Wood.
Yeah.
2 more points. That was a very big round for Robert. As at the end of his turn, he is up 18 to Malcolm's 4.
I'm sorry. I just got to laugh at the multiple choice for that question.
It's kind of hard writing these multiple choice questions sometimes.
Damn Tron Legacy.
I understand how you feel. All right. And now we will get to Malcolm's turn to spin the wheel.
Star Wars.
And you land on the category of the MCU. Would you like to keep or spin it again?
Keep it walking.
I'm going to spin again. I'm going to take the risk because there's one that I really want to get.
All right, he's going to spin it again, and it lands on Pixar, which is what he will be stuck with.
Nice.
And I will administer to you the questions here in round 2. Pixar. All right, Malcolm. Your first question from the realm of Pixar. What British actor voiced Finn McMissile in Cars 2?
Michael Caine.
That's correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Your second question. Who voiced Jessie in Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3?
Oh. I'll know it when I hear it multiple choice.
Your options are A, Joan Cusack, B, Mandy Moore, C, Bonnie Hunt, or D, Idina Menzel.
Joan Cusack.
That's correct for 1 point. Your third question. Who directed Ratatouille?
Evan will kill me, but multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Andrew Stanton, B, Pete Docter, C, John Lasseter, or D, Brad Bird.
Brad Bird.
That's correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question here in Pixar. Who plays Riley in Inside Out?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Caitlin Diaz, B, Mindy Kaling, C, Paul Lepel, or D, Diane Lane.
Caitlin Diaz?
That is correct for 1 more point. And your final question here in Pixar. What is the name of the girl Mike and Sully protect in Monsters, Inc.?
Boo.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and we have a game here. As out of round 2, Robert still holds his lead with 18 points, and Malcolm right behind him with 11. All right, so here we are into round 3, gentlemen. Round 3 works like this. You will both need to bring back your whiteboards as you will each receive the same 5 questions. In between each question, start that over. Each question will come from a different category. We will tell you the category, and then we will ask you how many points you would like to bet between 0 and 2 points. Once you've told us how many points you are willing to bet, we will give you the question, and we play ball from there. We'll get 5 of those, and the winner at the end of this round, or the person in the lead at the end of this round, is crowned our winner. God, I'm going to get good at this someday. All right. So, gentlemen, your first question in round 3 comes from the world of Pixar. How many points would you like to bet?
Do we just say it?
We'll have you write it down and say it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Robert.
Betting 2 points.
All right. And Malcolm.
Just 1.
All right. Your question from the world of Pixar is, what is the name? Words. Start that over. What is the name of Lightning's protege in Cars 3?
Oh,
Everyone's pretty good Cars movie.
It's actually pretty good. I like Cars 3 quite a bit, actually. Liked it more than
I
other people.
disagree with you on a couple of things that you like so far. So.
Hey, Cars 3 made me cry on a few different occasions, so.
Well, Up did that, and there's did that Coco.
Yeah. All right. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go over to Robert.
Cruz Ramirez.
That is correct for 2 points.
Damn.
And Malcolm.
I've not seen it, so I just put Thunder McQueen.
Incorrect.
I almost jokingly just said Army Hammer.
Robert is up 20. Malcolm is down to 10 here as we get into our second question.
Okay, second question in the category of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
How many points would you like to bet? All right, give you a few seconds.
Go big or go home.
All right, Malcolm, how many points are you willing to bet on the MCU?
2.
All right, and Robert, how many points are you willing to bet?
2.
All right, they're both betting 2. Utah, let's get into that question.
In the category of the MCU, what country was Bruce Banner hiding in at the start of The Incredible Hulk?
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
I don't hate The Incredible Hulk, but it's definitely not that good upon rewatching.
Yeah, very true.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go over to Malcolm.
Nepal?
That is incorrect. Let's go over to Robert.
Was it Brazil?
That is correct for another 2 points. And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Robert the Hobbit Parker. That was a really, really strong match. 22 points in the debut. Not quite the record, but it's tied for second place for the record. That was a very strong start for Robert. And that was also a really strong game for Malcolm. I can see Malcolm coming back and being a strong competitor when the regular season starts as well. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, no. Malcolm had a very good second round there for himself there. He was able to make up the difference that after Robert missing only one question in round 1. But unfortunately, Robert does what Robert does best, and he has a wide range of knowledge when it comes to the onto the fandom stuff. And every time you see him compete, he proves it. And not even being able to finish off all the questions in round 3, getting 22 points. Yeah, very, very impressive. And unfortunately, the round 3 was the round that really bit Malcolm in the butt there with the first couple of questions, and just couldn't come back. But no, it was a good match though.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get into our post-match interviews. We'll start with our winner today, Robert Parker. How do you feel today about that win?
I feel good. I mean, that was, whether the score says it or not, I think that was a closer game than the score says, especially in round 2. Both, I don't think Disney and Pixar are either Malcolm or I in the top 2 or 3 strengths. We both showed that we're competent in that category, but I don't think either of us would list them in our top strengths. And neither of us got a question wrong, both in round 2. Both of us did really, really well in round 2. So I think that's something that both Malcolm and I can take away from this match is we both did really well in round 2. I'm still kicking myself for that Indiana Jones question in round 1, because otherwise I would have had a perfect round 1. But yeah, I'm confident going into the later rounds of this tournament. But I know for a fact that if Malcolm gets the right categories, he can be lethal in this league, and I can't wait to see him play his first regular play match.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what are you hoping happens going forward for you in this tournament, whether it be against Jake or RJ?
Yeah, either way, I hope to win. I've said it from the beginning in any kind of fandom or inner geekdom league. I consider myself to be one of the most well-rounded competitors in this style of league. There are very, very few categories that I would even consider blind spots. Obviously, I'm stronger than some than others, but I think I'm very well-rounded, and I think both Jake and RJ aren't quite as well-rounded as I am, so I hope that'll show in the second match whoever I end up facing, and I'm gunning for those finals.
Absolutely, but you're gonna have to see me in the finals, my friend. Hopefully, I very much hope that it's me versus Grant, and then me versus Nazario, and then me versus you to make this a perfect revenge tour all the way through.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, last time I played you, I TKO'd you too. So.
All right. Well, let's call this an interview because my pride has been hurt and Robert's is not. So congratulations today, Robert. Very excited to see how you do in the future of this tournament. Let's go over to our unfortunate loser today, Malcolm. How do you feel coming off that loss today?
I feel good. I mean, I knew Robert is a strong competitor. There's no doubt about it. And I realised I do regret spinning away from MCU now, but it's like I was really hoping to get Wizarding World, but it didn't happen this time. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I went to multiple choice on some of them, because for the GC question I almost said Joan Crawford, and that would have been wrong in so many levels because I don't think she's alive there. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you have? What are you gonna do next coming off this tournament?
Hey, I'm just going to watch the tournament and just wait to see who comes after me, because I will take on anyone that's put in front of me. And
Kane, when you're editing, you can edit this out if you don't want this to happen. But Malcolm, I'd like to challenge you for an fandom match. Unfortunately, I should be really good in the fandom stuff, but my record does not speak for itself. So I'd like to challenge you for a regular season match.
Okay, I'll take that on then.
All right. Well, it looks like you've got your post-tournament schedule set right there. So yeah, I feel like this is a really strong, really well-rounded match. Both competitors came and brought their A game, especially Robert Parker, who is like the best competitor in the history of the Throwdown. That was weird. I don't know what that was. Anyways, I'll send it home so that the rest of the tournament can get on. But all right, let's get over to our winner today, Robert Parker. Where can the good kids find you?
Sure, you can follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd at RBRTPRKR98. That's my first and last name, no vowels plus a year. Other than that, you can check me out everywhere on the trivia community places. I'm kind of all around. And yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Let's go over to Malcolm. Where can the good kids find you?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me everywhere on the trivia places as well, whether it's Multiplex or there'll be trivia. You can also find me on Take 3 Productions, where I appear on stuff there as well. And you can find me on Twitter, Letterboxd, Stardust, at Malkore.
All right. My awesome co-host today, Harley Boric, where can they find you?
Well, as I say all the time, I actually probably need to get like an actual website where I can say just go here and you can see my credits. But for media, there will be Worldwide Movie Games, Multiplex, or where I help run the sports and wrestling division, which will, by the time you're watching this, we'll have matches up. And also, when you're watching this, you will also, this past Saturday, you would have seen me destroy Evan DeGraff in Mario Superstar Baseball on Takes 3 Family Game Night. I hope you
Awesome.
enjoyed it.
Awesome. And as always, guys, you can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Kaleb Koho. That's KalebKoho. You can find me on YouTube where Kaleb Koho does all my music stuff. Koho Productions is my movie stuff. My group, The Forks, just put out our album Shoot for Teams back in February, so you can get that on iTunes, Spotify, where you all consume all your digital music. You can find me competing in the Fandom League tournament and right here running the Fandom Fights division. And as always, guys, tune in next week for even more Fandom Fights matches. See y'all later.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is Stockfish Mickey bringing you guys your stats for the match. We have Robert Parker taking on Malcom Goldie Lay in this Fandom Fights Round 1 matchup. Robert would not disappoint, going 9 for 10 for Round 1 and then end up not missing a single question from here on out, going 5 for 5 and 2 for 2 in Round 2 and 3 and finishing 16 for 17 for a total of 94%. While Malcom, he'd go 4 for 10 in Round 1, he would actually go 5 for 5 in Round 2, but then he would not hit a single question in Round 3, going 9 for 17 for a total of 52%. This match reminds me a lot of the Jessica Morgan versus Kane McMillan matchup in round number 1. But guess what? That would also be very similar because Robert Parker and Jessica Morgan both finished with 16 and 17 for 94% and both ended up scoring 22 points in the round 1 matchup. So that is a very, very similar stat between the two of them. It's been Stock Footage McGee bringing you guys your stats for the match. Bye!